Hello and welcome back to Gary's Classics. Today I'm visiting John. Here's John. He's the Hillman Imp man, and a multitude of other vehicles. He's got this rusty old Saab here, and we've got a P6 in bits, and he's got all sorts of stuff. But we've been challenged to help him repair a bit of corrosion on his windscreen here. As you can see, we've got a little bit of surface rust and a few pinholes. But when he's took the screen out, we've got a few more horrors along this edge at the bottom. So I was unsure that this was like this, but I thought it was just this bit. But anyway, it's not. So the plan is this weekend, I've just called while I'm passing from work, is to attack this with the welder, aren't we, and the grinder. It doesn't look very happy. But yeah, we're going to attack this and we're going to replace what we can with new steel. So it's going to be an interesting Saturday, I think. We might spend a few hours and plenty of cups of coffee and a lot of swerving and grinding and whatever, but we're going to get set up and we're going to get this Saab back on the road with a new windscreen and everything. So that's our challenge. But while we're here, we've got this P6 which he's had for many years in what's the colour, John?
Lunar grey.
Lunar grey, that's it. I didn't know it. My mind's gone these days. But he's converted this to a 5-speed, is it?
4-speed.
4-speed auto.
ZF.
A ZF box instead of the old Rover box, which is a bit rubbish. So this is his ongoing project, which we need to get him up and running with as well. And I need to come and buff it for him and do a few things. I could spend half my life down here, so maybe when I retire shortly, I'll be a frequent visitor of John's, of his restorations. But I can't wait to get that running, and you know, I love them. And then out there, he's got his little Hillman Imp in the distance under his carport with his caravan. So yeah, we've got lots to do, but priority is this Saab, so we'll be cracking on with this later in the week. Back at John's Saturday morning, and we're coming to do this corrosion on this scuttle, as you can see. John's done some great work in prepping it and getting all the rust off and treating it with some acid. So we're going to give it a grind up. I've got a few pieces made. We've got 4 pieces in total to fit in. This big long piece here, which is going to go, I'll just pop it on there when we cut the old out. Got a little piece to go in there, and John just put a couple of pieces, one on there and one just a bit further, just this way a bit, the other way around. Yeah, we've got them bits to do. So I've welded his pillar up here. There's a couple of little holes, so I just blobbed them in, and it's pretty good solid steel, to be quite honest. So that's part 1 done, and we're going to work our way along each section. So I'm going to start with this small one first and then work along. The trouble, the middle one, it's a bit, we're being short ass, it's a bit of a stretch to reach over, but John's got a little up step for us vertically challenged people, so we can use that, can't we? So what we're going to do, go crack on, and I'll probably just put on the time lapse while I cut it out and whatever. Okay, so we've got our first bit chopped out. I'll just zoom the camera in, you can see it. And actually it's so thick we can afford to grind a bit of the surface rust off a bit deeper, because the piece, and it's rusted from the outside inward. If we look at the inside, there's absolutely no rust whatsoever. So that is a bonus, because this metal took right good bit to cut through. It's really thick, so that is the beauty. We can afford to grind a bit deeper on the external surface and get some of the deeper pits out, and that will make it last that bit a bit longer. But what we'll do once we've done the repairs, John can put some acid etch on it, and then we can put some rust preventative on. But it's absolutely solid as a rock inside, and John's just doing a bit of inspecting of his cavity there to see how solid it is, and it is really good. The proper built car, these are not cheap crap Ford or Vauxhalls, these Saabs. And this is what, 98 this, John? 97? 97, and this is the only visible rust on it. You know, it's like, I mean, 30 years old, and to have a bit like that, well, I think we can forgive it, can't we? So what we're going to do, we just made the pieces and we just put a bit of a well-through primer on, so we'll give them a couple of minutes to dry off, and then we're going to start by tacking the first one in position. Okay folks, so we've got one done just over there. Look at that, it's gone really well. Wasn't actually that bad to weld, so we're happy with that piece in. We just tacked the second piece in there, just behind the welding screen. You can just see, oh yeah, no it's not, that's it, we just tacked the next piece in, which is the bigger piece of all the pieces we've got to do. So we're doing all right at the moment for time, and we're cracking on lovely. And once we've done that, we've got the other two pieces just on the other side over there. Just that bit there, which you can just see down there, and then there's a piece just to the right of it. Not all of that, but yeah, we're really cracking on. It's going really well. The metal and welding too, although it's a little bit rusty, is pretty solid. So we're getting a little bit of sparkling, but we just grind that out and re-weld over it. But really happy so far with what we're doing. So get on with this next bit here now, and fingers crossed we're over 50% of the way done, because we've done 3 of the 5 patches or repairs. So we'll be getting this in paint hopefully later this afternoon. But let's not jump to our guns too much. But I need to instruct John to get the kettle on. I think it's time for a brew coming shortly. Okay folks, that's patch number 2 done. Look at that, looks brilliant. It went actually easier than the other one, and I thought I'd have had a nightmare with that, but to be honest, it's gone really well. So we're just over there now, that one and that one, jobs are good. And so I'm going to get this cleaned up and get some rust treatment on what's left, so that can be curing. We'll put a bit of protection over it to stop the dust getting on it. Then we've got the last 2 bits to put on, so it's going on a treat, and a little skim of filler afterwards just to tidy it up and be all nice and bonny. And then we might get some paint on it. If not today, maybe I have to come back tomorrow and put some paint on it, but we'll catch up shortly. So we're done. We started at 8 o'clock this morning, and it's now 11 o'clock, and we're all done. All the rot cut out, as you'll see with the time-lapse videos, and all primered with etch primer. We've lost a little bit of the curvature, but you know, end of the day it's not seen. It's got plastic cover on it, but we're going to put a bit of filler on just to tidy the edges up. I know it's not seen, but still gotta look right. But 3 hours start to finish, which actually surprised me. I didn't think we'd get it done as quick. John's happy. But yeah, it's solid as a rock now. We've got all the rot out. Even put my little piece in here which was rotted. That's just a little piece in here was rotted, so we put a little bit in there as well, just where his rubber seal goes around, just to make it look factory. But yeah, nice little job. He also had a bit of a tidy up in his garage because it's a tip. But anyway, we just got to do a bit of painting here now, just tidy this up. So next job is to clean all the dust off, mask the screen aperture off, mask the engine bay off, and jobs are good, and we can get him some paint on this afternoon with a bit of luck, or at least get it filled and primered. And if it's dry enough, we'll pour a bit of paint on, because we're only 11 o'clock, so I'll plan to be here all day. But if I can get away a bit earlier, that'd be good. But yeah, really good, really pleased with what we've done. I think John's happy. Got a solid windscreen base now, so all you Saab men, it's not a big job if you just do it bit by bit. And like I said, we've got all, it's quite a good solid car. Well, it did weld really well, but because you weld into decent metal, if that was maybe a Ford or a Vauxhall, even a British Leyland, a Fiat, Lancia, oh my God, would have been here for a week. But yeah, really happy. So we're going to now just mask off, get rid of all the dust, and do a bit of prep ready for paint. We'll catch up when we're filling and primering. So now we've applied a little bit of filler just on the edges, just to blend it in a bit. None of it's seen because it has a plastic cover over it, but we just want to just make it look a bit more presentable. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but just finish it off. We've masked everything off. We've used the fire blankets on the bonnet, as you can see. So we've masked off obviously around the edges. So that's what we're gonna paint. Now John's got some mixed aerosols, base coat and a lacquer, so with a bit of luck we'll temperature's a bit cold, so we might have to shut the door and try and get some heat in this garage, or use the hot air gun to try and cure the paint. Don't want to rush it too much, but it needs to be cured as well before we start you know, painting, because we'll end up with a load of sinkage. But you know, it's been a great morning's work. It's now 12 o'clock, we're 4 hours in, or 3.5 because it took half an hour to set up, and we're ready for just rubbing this filler down and applying some base coat, some primer, but we'll have to flat it all off once we're ready, and then we'll put the base coat on, let that dry off a bit, and then do a bit of lacquering. But anyway, we'll catch up when we're ready for primering. Okay, so we're now ready for paint. We're going to let it harden off overnight, but look at the transformation. From 8 o'clock this morning, it's now about what time is it? 2:05, and we're just going to let it harden off. We're all masked up. It's a quick flat off tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll be putting some silver base coat and lacquer on top. So we'll catch up then. Okay, so we're back at John's. It's Sunday now, and the primer's gone off lovely, and I've just given it a quick rub down with dry with some 600s. So we're really happy. It's the repairs are good. They're good enough, even though a lot of it's not seen. It's not 100% perfect. You can just see along the line. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly, but however, it's 150% better than it was. I've just said to John is maybe we should have just cut these bits out in hindsight and replaced them, but there's no rot in it. There's not swelling in the joint. So what we're going to do is, he's got this Gravy Hell 1K pre-fill, and it's silver metallic base, Saab 247. So fingers crossed we've got the right colour. So what I'm going to do is just give it a good shake, but I'll give it a bit longer, and then I'm going to put a bit of heat on the bodywork with the hot air gun, and we'll see how we get on from a temperature point of view, and how it applies, because hopefully this should spray quite nice. In fact, what we'll do, we'll try a little bit here just on this corner and see if it's the right colour for starters. So it's very light silver, you can see there, so that's going on quite nice for silver and for an aerosol. So we'll put a bit of heat on that. So my only worry is we've got to blow it up this column here, and he's painted. There's a bit of a mark there, so we just had to blow it in, but don't want to blow it too much into the roof. So let's just put a bit of paint on and see what it looks like. It's covering really well, so that looks good as it is. Right, we'll crack on and get the other side done. So we're now done. Look at that, with the silver paint on. Looks almost untouched. We've got a lovely finish with the aerosol. The mix he's got, well, if you look at the blend there, hardly looks any different. So we'll let that dry off now for a day or so, and you can unmask it, and happy days. So it's quite an easy job. Well, this is the piece. We ended up putting 6 pieces in. Put a little piece in here to there, which was rotted. And then we put another piece in here. I know we've not done this, but this is solid. In hindsight, maybe we should have done it, but we haven't. Put a piece in there. We put a piece in there, and then the piece obviously in the middle. So we've got something like the right shape, but it looks transformed, doesn't it, John?
Yeah.
So when he gets his new windscreen in, we'll get a photo of it. So that's the end of the video for doing your thing. All we need to do is make sure we wax oil that now. We need to get some treatment up there through these holes, because even though we did weld it, spray weld the paint, it won't have spray welded the welding, so it does need rust treating somehow. So we need to look at how we're going to do that. But anyway, till the next one, ta-ta for now.